Kanye West is negotiating a settlement with a former Sunday service artist who claims he is not allowed to go to the bathroom. Kanye West is working overtime to resolve several of his legal disputes, including an allegation that the former billionaire abused and failed to pay his Sunday service interpreter, RadarOnline.com knows. According to court documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, Kanye and his new legal team are trying to settle artist Michael Pearson's lawsuit. In the suit, which he filed in 2021, Pearson claimed he was paid a flat daily wage of $250, regardless of hours worked. In addition, he claimed that West staff prevented the performers from eating or going to the bathroom and forced them to stand all day because there were not enough seats. The complaint also alleges that West failed to pay his artists to perform at the November 2019 Hollywood Bowl. Pearson claimed that the musician violated California labor law by not paying employees on time or failing to pay wages. In response, Kanye and his companies argued that Pearson was never an employee. They say he works for an offshore company. This failure is particularly egregious, as plaintiffs seek to impose liability on defendant Kanye West per se without a single charge linking Mr. to any claim by the plaintiff, the response stated. Additionally, West maintains that Pearson provided no evidence that he worked on the two shows. Request to cancel the entire trial. In documents newly filed with the court, West and his attorneys revealed that they had agreed to mediate with Pearson to settle the case. Therefore, they asked the court not to set any trial date until they give their account. As first reported by RadarOnline.com, West has run into a series of legal troubles over the past 2 months. He was recently sued by his former partners at the Gap for $2 million. The company claims that West has altered a commercial tenant building and that the landlord is suing them for damages. Gap sued West asking the court to force him to pay the landowner in its ruling. The rapper received some good news when he settled a $7 million private battle with a production company. Kanye West prepares to go to court in a $4.5 million battle with an ex-manager who allegedly made him sign a contract. As sleep-deprived Kanye West prepares to face his former manager in court, arguing their deal was also strained over his divorce from Kim Kardashian, read it correctly, RadarOnline.com learned. According to court documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, a hearing was held last week regarding Kanye's fight with his former partner, Thomas St. John. At the hearing, the presiding judge set the hearing date for October 28, 2024. The parties are currently fixing the filing date for both parties, including Kanye. As first reported by RadarOnline.com, the St. John sued West last year for breach of contract and fraud. In the suit, West was accused of refusing to pay $4.5 million in debt on his 18-month contract. In March, St. John was hired by West, who agreed to pay him $300,000 a month. In 2022, Ye's career are on the decline due to his many public actions and statements. He needs the guidance of a valued and respected business leader who can steer the ship and steer his career forward, the suit reads. John said he negotiated an 18-month contract that stipulated he would pay the amount owed on the contract upon termination. West claimed he fired him 3 months after the deal. The business manager said he confronted West about the amount owed and mocked the musician. He said Kim's ex-husband told him, "The 18-month sentence is B, and you're crazy to think I'm going to go through with it." Kanye recently returned to St. John, demanded the return of $900,000 paid for his services. He claimed that the former company director was not owed a single coin because he had failed or performed so badly that any future payments from the West would be unreasonable and unfair. In addition, he accused SV. John violated the prior agreement. Kanye even accused his manager of not advising him to hire a lawyer to review the contract. West's attorney said his client was in the midst of a highly publicized divorce. He was a regular target for paparazzi, but during this period, the scale of intense interaction by paparazzi was particularly evident. Due to the stress of divorce, media coverage, and paparazzi stalking, Ye is often sleep-deprived, stressed, anxious, and raped. As a result, Ye did not read the agreement before signing. St. John was aware of the tax situation Ye was in, knowing that Ye was then unable to value a $5.4 million contract without consulting a lawyer. The parties appear unwilling to agree and unwilling to go to trial. As first reported by RadarOnline.com, Kanye was recently sued against his former business partners at the Gap for $2 million.